Welcome back. Thanks for being here. Okay, so in my last video, we left off with me talking about how we moved again. But remember how I also said that there are things that you tend to forget? Yeah, so there was a major incident that happened in 2017 before we moved that I forgot to mention. So at this time now, I got a job. In my last video, I also mentioned how I got a really good job. So this job had been a job that I was super excited about. Another thing that's important to mention is that abusers and narcissists don't like when good things happen for you. In addition to me telling my story about things that have happened in my relationship or instances of abuse, it's also really important to me to educate you as well. And so abusers and narcissists hate your success. They want to be the only one getting kudos. They want to be the only one that good things are happening to. And I noticed whenever great things happened to me, it would have to be an argument or there would be a problem. My birthdays were not celebrated. Christmas was always an issue. Every single Christmas, I kid you not, there was an argument or a problem. He hated the fact that we celebrated the holidays with my family and not his family. So there would always be, he would always pick fights for certain things, or just me being in a good space or me having success made him angry. And so obviously he was angry because I was starting this great job. And mind you, he had been working, so it's not like he wasn't working. The other thing narcissists and abusers like to do is they like to pick on the children that you came into the relationship with. He was very, very jealous of my son. My son is a very quiet, serious kid. He has his moments where he likes to joke, but you would never know that side of him if you didn't know him. Just to show you how quiet he is and how he keeps to himself. And so my son, based on how the behavior of my ex was, chose to keep to himself and not really to try to build a bond with him because he wasn't comfortable with it. And although it was something that I knew was an issue, I felt like over time and as he got older, my ex would change and things would change. But this day, so I go to work. I'm fresh starting in this new job. I go to work and my phone is going off. My oldest daughter's calling me. My son is texting me. He just loved to pick on my son. And one of the things he would do is just get mad at him for absolutely no reason. So I was going to work early and it was his responsibility to get the kids to school. This particular morning, I'm getting texts of pictures of handprints on my son's arm, on his face, and I am mortified. I'm mortified because in my mind, I'm like, I just left you and you were fine. What precipitated this? My ex couldn't even really tell me what precipitated it. When I talked to my son about it, my son said he was just angry. He just got up, he was mad. He was mad at him because he was sitting down. He had gotten ready, my son had gotten ready and was waiting for my ex to get my two youngest children ready. And I guess my ex was mad because my son wasn't participating in helping him to get his children ready. And he lost it. And he just got physical. He put his hands, I think he slapped my son across his face. He slapped him on his arm. I don't remember the extent of everything that he did to him, but he abused my child. And I didn't call the police that time. I wasn't present. I had been at work. And when I got home and saw everything, again, what did he do? Apologized profusely. Called my son into the room, told my son how sorry he was, that he had been stressed, he didn't need to do it. You know, the power and control thing. So just the cycle. So he apologized for it. I thought at the time he meant it like I always did. like a yummy, and just moved on, moved forward with it. You know, just another thing that he had done that I had to just forget about and move on, because I was in this marriage and didn't want my marriage to fail. And let me tell you something before I go. We as women, we need to stop, and men too, we need to stop. You know deep in your heart when something is right, and you also know when something is wrong. And you can't change people. It doesn't matter what you do, you're never going to be able to change people. So if you find yourself in a situation where you know that you've been on this wheel and you're just turning and doing the same thing month after month, year after year, this person's not improving, they're not getting any better, you have to put you first. You have to put you first. Remember, God did not put you here to get beat on.